Hello, everybody. A long time ago, in a galaxy not so far away, it was a period of civil war. Star Wars fans were fighting against Star Wars fans, trying to say who was right and who was wrong. But yet, in the end, what really makes the Star Wars fan is accepting that everyone likes Star Wars for one reason or another. And today, we're going to take a look at what makes Star Wars timeless. Is it the fans? Is it the movies? Is it the merch? Is it the toys? Is it the really cool cartoons that were almost better than most of the movies? Let's find out. And to help me with this, we have the man of the dark side himself. He goes off into Fortnite, which is the evil side of the Force. Dadman walking.
Howdy, everybody. Duh. Oh, I can't do the copyright, but ba 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 ba. See, Amanda, that's why you're so great.
You gotta learn how to flip it.
You are so natural at changing tunes around to get around all that. Thank you. That's a great introduction. Hello.
And of course,
I love your outfit, though.
It's cold as hell. I figure, why not?
There you go.
Hey, thank you for the hydrate. And joining me is my other floppy ear companion, Cassie.
Mine's not floppies.
Okay, so pointy ear companion. Look, I'm having a flippy floppy droopy day. Do my ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? So if in case you haven't figured out, ladies and gentlemen, this week is a Star Wars week. Now, yes, a lot of us Star Wars fans do realize that it was May 25th that the movie originally came out to theaters. But how do you pass up calling it May the 4th be with you? Holy shit, what are you doing on the table?
Whatever she wants.
Yep, it's puppy treat time.
Right?
Excuse you.
She knows.
Help me! Somebody do it now!
I will not.
Help me. The dark side is pawing the shit out of me.
I'm trying to find it. Get over there. Let's see.
I can't believe you got on the damn table. You're not supposed to do that. You're a bad little Wookiee. You're such a weirdo.
It's Ewok.
Yeah.
Those dangerous Ewoks.
Don't tell me they can't defeat the Empire. Watch this thing.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Dadman, do you need help finding the button?
No, I'm finding it. I just had to get there. That's all.
Yeah, give the man time.
Why are you walking? Why? That's not how this works.
There you go. All right, puppy.
There
you go.
She demandeth the puppy treat.
Oh, I might have heard Dadman's name and then decided, hey, puppy treat time. She was getting puppy treats on my show the other night.
Puppy treats on his show the other night.
Nice.
It's like that's not how this works. No.
No.
No. That's not how this works. Just because somebody sits down and talks doesn't mean you instantly get treated. I swear, if she could run a computer, I'd give her own channel. She'd probably make more money than me.
Most animals would. They're animals.
Yep. People like animals more than people.
For sure.
So I know, okay, so two people here are major fanatics.
Yep.
One person here knows it exists.
I tolerate.
There you go.
I enjoy aspects.
Tolerating is half the battle.
I enjoy aspects.
Star Wars Joe. I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with that one on that. Tolerating is half the battle.
You got it. Thank you.
Now, Cassie, do you know that our town actually plays a very important part in Star Wars history?
Are you saying Oxford?
Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. No.
Because Cincinnati is the home of Kenner Toys. And from 1978 to 1985, Kenner Toys got to make the Star Wars toys.
Gotcha.
So thanks to Cincinnati, we have Star Wars action figures.
Nice.
And after 10 years, after 1995 came around, they went, let's make more Star Wars toys. And we all went, yay! And if you didn't go, yay! You weren't one of those pathetic people in 1999 who hired somebody to take their place in line when they were ramping up for Star Wars Episode 1 to go get all the action figures. And
Yep.
dropped about $4,000 on Star Wars action figures in one night.
Wow.
Oh God, yeah. But you know what's so great about 99 was the fact that was it Pizza Hut? Pizza Hut, Taco Bell.
It was the Pizza Hut, Taco Bell,
Yeah, they
and
all combined.
KFC.
Yes, I mean all the little medallion things, the little circle things, the prizes. That was awesome. I love that.
In
Mm-hmm.
1997, they also combined together because they did the special edition toys.
Well, then I think it was where the Attack of the Clones. They brought out Burger King brought out toys. I got them at my office.
Mhm.
The little fuzzy Ewok, the little
Burger King got the rights with Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that was.
But I remember when the special editions came out, because like I have the one where like there's a little block with the mirror in it, and half of it's Yoda's head, and the other half of it's Darth Vader's head, and yeah, I have all of those.
Yeah, I got glasses from the original movies, like I showed you the other night. So
I have those too.
Oh, I know, it's awesome. It's just
and lightsabers,
yeah,
and curtains, and more toys, and bed sheets, and plushies, and
yay.
So about how much between the amount of money I've spent, shouldn't I own like a percentage of Lucas Ranch?
Isn't
that how that works?
No, but
no.
You should at least get a Christmas card.
Dear Amanda, thank you so much for letting me purchase all of my stuff and make really bad decisions by making a special edition. I really appreciate the money. Thank you for constantly buying my movies over and over again because they have different pictures on the boxes. You're welcome.
Yes.
Yay, collectors.
Just slap a new label on it and keep going.
Oh, no. Okay, so I have the original VHS. Then I have the digitally remastered VHS. Then I have the special edition VHS. Then I have the special edition DVD. Now I have the special edition Blu-ray DVD, which I don't even know why I have these because I will never watch the special edition because I think they're shit.
But collector.
Tell us how you really feel, Amanda.
It's shit.
Shit.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Of my
come on, lie to us, Amanda. Lie to us.
Oh my gosh, I just cannot get the prequels, the sequels, and the special editions. Oh my gosh. And if they could just change that Han versus Greedo scene even more, that'd be great.
Yeah. It just, and of course there was never Greedo. There was never
Okay.
First.
Okay, the first one. First person in my chat that goes Han shots first, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. I'm looking at you, chat. I'm watching you, chat. I'm watching you.
Oh, those big
and
black
if you
eyes
see this on YouTube later, I'm watching you too.
Oh, man.
I'm watching all.
It looks like you're coming through the camera after everybody.
Right.
Let me explain something to you. For Han Solo to shoot first, that means that Greedo would have had to have gotten a shot off. And if you watch the original, Greedo doesn't get a shot off. So there's only one shot, a solo shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Yes, Cassie.
The pun was terrible. Terrible pun.
Doesn't matter, still solo shot. Thank you. I'll be here all week because it's Star Wars week. I have nothing better to do.
Yay.
Legit.
But no, in all honesty, there are things that I will say were for the better when it came to, I would say the only thing that, in all honesty, in my opinion, that the special edition needed to do was fix the Emperor from The Emperor Strikes Back.
Right.
Because that chick in the prosthetics didn't look right.
Right. Yeah, I wonder how many.
But other than that,
I heard talking about that. I did not realize it had been so long since I'd seen the original Empire. I did not realize that till I'd been hearing the talk about how they did that, and because the last I saw was 97 special editions, and of course they had changed it. So, but yeah, you had a male voice with a female actress that
Mm-hmm.
didn't look right by all accounts.
But I will say this: there is something to be said about The Empire Strikes Back and why I can prove it's the best Star Wars movie. Because out of the original trilogy, it's the one that Lucas couldn't. It's the one that Lucas tweaked the least amount.
Yeah, that's what I heard too about that. So
I will say this: the going into Cloud City and making it bigger and showing that it's an actual city was kind of cool, but like all that shit that they did in the first one. Oh, look, it's Mos Eisley Spaceport. Here, let's put a bunch of fucking Jawas and CGI creatures and look how busy it is. I don't need that. There is enough stuff for me to look at. Like, did you know that when you go into the Mos Eisley's bar in the cantina, you can automatically see how they really don't like droids?
right.
How is that? Look behind the bar and where he's pouring the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what a piece of equipment sitting there as part of the brewery?
Oh, I have not seen. I have not noticed.
IG head.
Wow. I have to go back and watch that. Then that's interesting. I've seen droids in other shots and scenes, like in Empire in the downstairs with the Ugnaughts. See, there was the IG droid down there, and some of the others that they added. But yeah, I never noticed that. I'll have to look at that. That's interesting.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here, I could actually pull it up right now. And whoop up. See him?
Oh boy!
Right there,
Oh
right
my
in front of Luke.
gosh!
They're IG heads.
Yeah, they are. Darn straight they are. Wow, that's crazy.
They really don't like those droids.
No, well, I wouldn't like an IG droid though. I mean, that thing's
Now, if it's my bounty hunter, I have no problem with it because those things are relentless.
no, they truly were. They were bad things.
But I like to get a point of view from somebody who disappeared on me.
Oh no!
Get your pointy little head back here.
Why?
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 Who are
she
you,
told
my
you to.
mother?
The boss told HR to get here.
Are you my
Summoned.
mother?
I've been summoned.
Come here. Why? You're not my mother. You can't do that. No. So Cassie, unlike Dadman and I, who were like super fanatics, like we've read the extended universe and we have our opinions on everything. I want an opinion of somebody who said that X-Men Origins Wolverine wasn't that bad of a movie.
It wasn't a terrible movie.
Okay. I mean, everyone's allowed to have their opinion, sweetheart. I love you.
Even if they're wrong.
Especially if they're wrong.
Even if they're wrong.
But Star Wars, I know you know of it.
Sure.
What? I talk about it a lot. But do you have any connections to it? Is there something of Star Wars you like?
No, I very much enjoy Star Wars, just not as much as fanatics of Star Wars do. Like watching it once or twice in a lifetime is fine.
Once or twice in a week is fine, yes.
I definitely like the newer shows a lot more. Like Mandalorian, I got really into. Really enjoyed Mandalorian. But I like the Book of Boba Fett as well. I haven't watched a bunch of the newest movies, which is kind of sad. One day, I'm sure when Newbie gets here, he'll educate me, and we'll have Star Wars days. But I mean, I grew up with the first three; they're classics.
The first three are classics.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
I definitely like them better than the episode 1, 2, and 3. Those were
the prequels.
not as great. Yeah, not as great.
Yeah.
But I love the actors. Like, honestly, I'm sorry. I think that some of them were not put up to their quality as an actor in that movie. But like, I love Natalie Portman. Like, I adore her. I think she's fantastic.
I don't understand what happened to the people in this movie. Did they do their takes and George go, no, 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 no. I need you to dumb it down and act like you don't know what you're doing. Can you try it that way, please?
Can you make it feel
Perfect.
awkward? Like you are just forcing every emotion.
Kind of like this guy that I heard order something today, and he's like, I want the strawberry cream filled. And I'm like, just like, ah!
That sounded creepy
Stop right
to
there.
me.
Just stop right there. The way that you just ordered that, ew. Nah. Bugger off. It's like, yeah, the dialogue. And I will say this. For every one of you who go, oh, but 3's great. You really were paying to the dialogue in that one, were you? Y'all remember the dialogue at 3? Because I know y'all remember the dialogue at 2. I don't like sand. It's coarse and it's rosy. Yeah, we get it. You guys quote that forever and ever and ever.
Oh, how about Phantom Menace? Are you an angel? Yeah, there's
Still not as bad as in 3.
So what part of 3 do you think of? You seem like a particular.
You are so beautiful. That's because I'm so in love. No, that's because I'm so in love with you.
oh man, Amanda, oh, don't be so hard on that.
That is bullshit.
A little romantic. Well, watching Attack of the Clones. My oldest was 2.5 at the time. Watched it twice in the movie theater, and the second time on the Naboo. The kid looked at me and said, "Daddy, when are they going to quit romancing and fight again?"
Good, because I hope that your daughter wasn't enjoying the romance of that because then she got
it was bad dialogue, like you said, bad, awful dialogue. It's like watching two 14-year-old nerds trying to go out. You know, that teenage awkwardness was like. That was painful to watch. It was.
Look, I'm glad she preferred the fighting over the romance, or they preferred the fighting over the romance. Ang, I'm trying to get.
No, it's not. It was Ninja, the sister.
Or Ninja. Okay.
Sister. Yeah.
Okay, well, Ninja, still, seriously, I'm glad that because the romance, you'd have some issues in your life growing up. I can't be with you. I can't be with you. Oh, let's just go ahead and get married. That be Ninja's entire romance right there.
There you go. Don't even make him work for it. That was great.
3 no's and a fuck it, let's get married. I'm pretty sure in the book of politically correctness, that's a no, right? But see, here's the thing. Cassie knows Star Wars. Your child, and she at least enjoyed part of the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
You and I grew up on the classics. Some people are growing up with the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett and what's going to be Ahsoka. You know, you and I grew up with the droids and the Ewoks cartoons. A lot of people a lot of people were introduced to this from Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels. And I think that's one of the things that makes Star Wars very timeless. Is because you may not like the movies. Not everybody's a fan of the Ewoks movies, but they are part of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. Yeah, whether you like it or not, they are there. That was, and some of it's not the best. I mean, the holiday special, that was very interesting.
George Lucas says that's not canon yet. What did us Star Wars fans do? We found it. He wanted every copy of that destroyed. What did we do as Star Wars fans?
Found a way to bootleg it. And
we got it, and now we have it on YouTube for everybody to get drunk to it. Fabulous.
They had B. Arthur in it, you know?
Whip, stir, stir, whip, 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 stir, whip.
That's
the fact that I know that thing in and out. But say what you want. But it did give us our first appearance of Boba Fett.
Yes.
The animation may not be the greatest, but at least the animated section is the best thing in there. It's better than Grandpa in his porn hat. I mean, let's face it, that was Wookiee porn.
Yeah, I think I put that scene out of my mind. That was
I wish I
cringe.
could.
Yeah, I just no.
Unfortunately, if it's Star Wars, it gets retained and stuck in here. It's like,
Yeah,
that.
and, that's what's sad. It gets stuck there and you can't get it out of your head.
So, Cassie, favorite Star Wars movie?
Um, I don't think I have, like, that implies that why do I want to go back and watch it? That sounds terrible, but like,
I couldn't even hear what she said.
I was breaking up. Yeah, I was kind of like not sure what.
why is it breaking up? I wonder.
I don't know. It
Now
sounded
you're
like you were.
fine.
Yeah,
So
you're
what
much
is it?
better.
I said picking one would imply that I kind of want to go back and like rewatch one specifically. And if I rewatched them, it would just be to get the storyline.
Yep.
Let me help you. Leia gets kidnapped by her father, but she doesn't know it's her father. She gets tortured to get saved by little short farm boy Luke Skywalker and hot, sexy pirate scum Han Solo. And then they blow up Death Star. 2, Empire goes, fuck you, and beats the shit out of them, and Han Solo gets put into carbonite, and Luke gets his hand cut off and realizes that Leia's his sister. 3, Luke defeats Vader. Leia kisses her. Leia explains to Han that Luke's been her brother all this time while she's been macking on him anyway.
Oh
And
my
then
god,
there's a
who did
redemption
these?
with a bunch of little teddy bears that eat people. The
I
end.
mean, I would have to pick Return of the Jedi just for the indoor. I mean, yeah.
And
the
you know what?
Ewoks
That
scenes.
is fine.
They're adorable.
I
They're
actually kind of appreciate the fact that you like Return of the Jedi for the Force Moon of Endor. I will help you here before the Star Wars fanatics come and attack you and tell you it's not the planet Endor. It's the Force Moon of Endor. I will take care of that. I will fix you. No
I
problem.
appreciate you.
Because trust me, that's one of my pet peeves. They were on Endor. No, Endor is some smoggy looking, dark DC or Disney live action reboot looking planet. It is dark and smoggy and disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
The Forest Moon of Endor, on the other hand,
beautiful. Looks like California.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, but I have to say that I appreciate the fact that even now, today, you appreciate Return of the Jedi. And you like the Ewoks because those poor guys have gotten some bad reputations. Everybody's like, oh, they're a bunch of little teddy bears. Y'all do realize, do you know how many people they've eaten over the years?
Well, what about Leia's dress? Because I started hearing people type back about somebody human was in that dress once before. And
well, where else would they get a human dress?
Right.
Yeah. I'd never even thought of that. Like, that can't be real. But
I mean, the way that Wicked kind of meets up with her and he starts poking her like, is she tender? Can we eat her? She kind of skinny. Why does George Lucas keep putting this girl on a diet? Fatten up. Like, at first he's like poking her like, I can eat this, right?
It doesn't eat me first.
And what did they do? What's the first thing they do as soon as they caught Han and Luke? Let's eat them. They'll eat anything, I think. They're like Mikey. Give them to the Ewoks. They'll eat anything.
yeah. Exactly.
But a lot of people seem to still miss. Okay, so what if the thing is if he was able to have done the budget of the whole Wookiee thing that, supposedly that was supposed to be, I don't think it would have had the same effect because Wookiees are pretty much warriors. We see this through Chewbacca. They don't like the Empire anyway because they've been enslaved by the Empire because the Emperor doesn't like indigenous of anything unless it's humanoid looking. And so I think it would have been it wouldn't have had the same impact as watching these Ewoks who originally were going to eat our heroes, befriend our heroes, know nothing of the Empire, just know that these fuckers are on their planet and are trying to just be like, go away, go away, go away. Till 3PO tells them the story of how evil they are, and they're like, fuck it, let's join our new friends that we didn't eat and let's beat the shit out of them.
Uh-huh. Well, it's,
I think it's a lot more impactful of, oh, they're that bad, they're going to destroy our home. Nah, we got to take them out. And then seeing that nature versus technology battle,
mhm.
I love it. And I love the fact that in the Mandalorian they make kind of a callback to that when they have the little ATST and they have to dig the little trench in like the little pond that they have to make
Mhm.
it fall, because that's the best way to take out the ATSTs and the little, any of them. These walkers, the best way to take them out, their legs. They proved that in the Empire when they had to use the snow speeders on the Imperial walkers to bring them down. Take out the legs.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
and the
Which is a
Ewoks, they're
basic.
like,
Yeah,
I could do even better. Watch 2 logs smash
yeah.
his head in.
The only problem I had with that too, though, was that they had to have all that pre-position. There's no way they could have just done that quickly. But you know what? Here's one of the things with the original movies, and I will say the mouse stuff has made me reevaluate certain things. Where, yeah, all that stuff was hokey. How did they have all that stuff set up magically for the battle? But you know what? Here's my thing. The new stuff that has pissed me off so much. This stuff to me, don't worry about it. You know what? I don't care. You know why? Because I love the movie. I love Return of the Jedi. Yeah, you can explain it away. And and here's one of the things as I get older, I'm starting to think about, especially with some of the older stuff. We can sit here and keep nitpicking stuff to death. The newer stuff I will go to war with, but like with the old stuff, we can sit there and nitpick stuff to death, argue back and forth. But you know what? I don't want to do that. You know why? I want to enjoy it. I want to love it. Yeah, it's so unrealistic, but you know what? So what? It's a movie. It's like MST3K said, or just sit back and relax. It's a movie. Yeah, Amanda, sorry.
I actually have the answer for your question.
Okay. I know you always do.
They've already got spears, which means they already have weapons. So, yay, they may have traps already set up, but who's to say that there's not something more dangerous than the Empire that lives on the forest moon of Endor that they've had to defend themselves against?
Mm. But either way, yeah, that's a good, reasonable thing. But yeah, I agree with it. My whole point is, I just sit back and relax and enjoy the movie. We can pick everything to death. Let's sit back and enjoy it. And that's what I like to do with that. There's stuff in Star Wars. There's stuff in Empire that is wrong, and you can see is wrong. But you just
no. Empire's perfect before George Lucas. Well, almost perfect.
Although that was
for the lady.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the one that had the least changes, I guess, in the special edition. But my basic point is, it's like everything in life, every series, it's like everything comes out. All we do is argue, and it's like we're arguing on the little details. And I think sometimes they're big; they can rise up. But at some point, I want to sit back and relax and enjoy the movie. And
I do want to make this point. You're making a point that I do want to point out.
Mm-hmm.
Is Star Wars fans, from simple fans to fanatics, have argued about Star Wars since the first damn movie came out.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why is, and I will say one of the reasons why is because so many people see so many different versions of Star Wars. Not everybody has seen the exact same Star Wars. It hasn't been seen the same since it left theaters. I never got to see the original theatrical release. Because by the time it came to VHS, he already changed it.
Wow.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. He had already changed Star Wars by the time it came out to VHS.
Yeah.
And then he changed it again because of Empire. So now we have to have Star Wars A New Hope. Because we can't have just Star Wars. Because now we have another Star Wars. And it's The Empire Strikes Back. So now instead of just Star Wars, now it's Star Wars A New Hope.
Yeah.
So there are many people out there that will have never seen the original theatrical release. There's probably many people out there who will never see the Star Wars I grew up on because the only access that they have to Star Wars is the special editions. But I will say this. Coming from my mother, and I love my mommy.
Oh, that's good that you came from your mother like everybody did. Your own mother.
This is a woman who likes that god awful Catwoman movie with Halle Berry.
Oh, who doesn't like Halle Berry? Ow, ow.
Yeah, but the movie Catwoman is shite.
You don't watch a Halle Berry anyway. Sorry, you don't watch it for the plot.
And my mom had not seen Star Wars since I was a kid, so she hasn't seen it since we watched it on VHS at my granny's house. And my mom, I think this was last year or the year before, was watching Star Wars because it was on like TNT or something.
Yeah.
And my phone goes off.
Mm-hmm.
When the hell did Jabba the Hutt end up in Star Wars? And why does he look like shit? Georgie boy, when my mom can like a horrible Catwoman movie and she's calling your stuff shit, you might want to rethink stuff. Just saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
but we also got Boba Fett in the re-release of the scene of that too. But of course, but then again, in the original release, the cut scenes had a human Jabba the Hutt.
I know, but in all honesty, that here's the problem with him putting Jabba back into Star Wars Episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
That impact of hearing about Jabba and hearing about Jabba, and then you get to Return of the Jedi and you see Jabba, that impact is ruined. Especially when
he did look smaller.
He looks smaller, yeah. And even with the touch-ups that they have done for the Blu-ray and everything else, he still looks like shit. Mm-hmm. He looked like shit in the Phantom Menace. He looked like shit in he really looked like shit in the 1997 fucking release in the theaters. Holy Christ, what the fuck was that? What you do, just slap some Play-Doh on the fucking screen? Jesus Christ, dude. And he still doesn't look good. You compare that to the fucking gigantic Muppet.
Judah.
Oh, my bookie. No. That impact, along with the way that the Return of the Jedi started off, 3PO and R2 going up to Jabba's palace and the whole creepy thing, and 3PO's like, oh, no one's on, let's go, and then the eyeball comes out and R2's like da-da-da-da-da, and the whole creepiness of it, and just seeing Jabba for that first time, you're just like, oh shit, that's what's been chasing you?
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
I would have left my friends to fight the Death Star too, and I would have just taken the money back to his ass.
Well, because see the Jedi version was really big, fat, ugly, stinky, smelly, ugly, disgusting. The one in that was put in the special edition was just kind of, hey, look like you've been on a diet, you know?
Like, look at me, I'm the big bad kingpin just walking around the Mos Eisley's cantina. What? Mm-hmm. Why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You have Jabba's palace.
Yeah, he was so fat he really couldn't move much anymore. He was always on that damn podium he was on. You know.
And this here, I know the title is what is it that makes Star Wars timeless? This right here, the fact that people can always come together and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether they like something or whether they dislike something. You know, a lot of people go, you know, it's like, dude, the cartoons. Okay, I know a lot of people like droids, but as a kid, droids was boring as shit for me. R2-D2 and 3PO. Oh, shut up, 3PO. Why is it 3PO can never shut the fuck up unless you turn him off?
Well, because it made the character have the personality. That's why because if he was just a stoic robot, he wouldn't be so funny. That was
but then they brought it to the cartoon.
But here's what I'll tell you. This is why I love R2-D2 and C-3PO, and I really love that C-3PO was so chatty like that. They were the perfect epitome of my grandparents. I mean, my grandmother was chattering all the time, nervous about everything and everything. Tom, stop that, Tom! And he'd go ignore, do whatever the hell he wanted to, as R2D2 does. And that's why I thought that with him not stopping, it gave character to a droid. And most times we don't expect droids to have character. I mean, R2D2 had character. I mean, watching.
I'm pretty sure R2D2 cussed a hell of a lot more than we realized.
Oh, he did. But you know what was interesting, and I picked up again, it just hit me again watching Jedi in the theater the other day, was you could hear when R2D2 was scared. You had that little whoo. It was in the way he beat. It was like really, and the fact that they could get droids to emote like that or get personalities was really, really something kind of cool.
Oh, I mean, like. And you see it actually in Empire when they first land in the Dagobah, and R2's like, "What the shit?"
Yep.
Really? Ah, shit. It's like R2D2. Every time he got scared or got attacked, wow.
Yep.
Oh shit! R2 screaming again. We're fucked.
yes, we were.
So but. Dude, okay, so we're focusing a lot on stuff. I want to focus on some of the other stuff. So the cartoons. Obviously, the two cartoons that came out when I was a kid were Star Wars Droids, which I found dull as a kid. And then the epicness that is the Ewoks.
Mm.
We are Ewoks. We're the spirits of the forest moon.
Well, see, at that point, I was a teenager boy, and then I wasn't going to watch cartoons with little teddy bears. So, I didn't watch.
That's why he has all of his Care Bear collectibles.
Making up for my lost childhood.
Posture check.
Yay. But yeah, it's
Dadman, I'm gonna tell you this. You might want to check out the Ewok cartoon if you've never checked it out.
Okay.
That thing is total. They badasses.
Oh, really? Wow. Probably tougher than Rebels.
Well, I mean, first off, they keep with the fact that they call it the Forest Moon because they're the spirits of the Forest Moon. It's in the theme song. Right. Two, there's like I said, there's other creatures on the Forest Moon of Endor, and they go up against them. And watching the younglings trying to learn their place within what they're supposed to do within their tribe, and it's actually really cool. And you get to learn more than just Wicked's name. Chief Chirpa, Master Logray, Misa, Tebow. Dude.
Tim Tebow's in it?
No, yeah, Tim Tebow's in it. Yeah, go watch it. He takes a knee. But seriously, it's actually a really great cartoon. And it was, I know that the Ewoks, everybody goes, well, that was a cash grab on kids, which is a smart move because what is really making money? Toys. Yeah. Who plays with toys? Kids.
Yeah.
What are the kids going to want? Every damn Ewok there is. Mm-hmm. Now you make this cartoon. Now there's more Ewoks. And this, dude, the giant... oh, hold on. I got to find this. Hold on. Give me a second. Ewok animated village. This thing was so, like, the set was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Well, okay, so, like, this one here is the one from the movies, okay?
Yeah.
This is the movie one, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dude, the cartoon was better.
Oh, my God. You like the second one better?
Yeah, with the trees and everything, yeah.
I like the first one better.
No, I like the first. I like the second one because it looks more like an actual forest with the leaves and everything.
That's cool. Okay, but I still like the first one better. But yeah, hey, but it's your show. You like them. That's what counts. Damn straight.
Got the yippee. But it was such a great show, and I will tell you this: it was definitely something that was made for kids, but it worked because I have it still on VHS today, and I still love watching it. And then what did Star Wars eventually do later in the years? They made cartoons basically for fans with the Clone Wars and Rebels. Now, if you have not seen Star Wars Clone Wars, I highly recommend going and finding where to start in the series. Don't start from the beginning. When they first aired the show, it was out of sequence. So they jumped around and it didn't make much sense. I think it was around either the end of season 2 or the beginning of season 3. It went into sequence. And you will find episodes that you had already seen, but the show makes more sense. And I will tell you this. It makes the fall of Anakin Skywalker so much more impactful. Because you're rooting for Anakin the entire time through that series. You're just like, how? How? You just grow to love Anakin Skywalker in that series. You really do.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And I enjoy Rebels too, because Rebel takes place after the prequels, as the rise of the Empire. So, like, you get to meet a young Leia who's just now joining the Senate, and she's going, oh, help me, these rebels, as she's actually helping the rebels.
Yep.
Like, oh my God. And they do such a great job. And it probably has one of the most impactful scenes. If you watch Clone Wars and you like Clone Wars, you're definitely going to have to watch Rebels. Because there is a scene with Ahsoka and Anakin as Darth Vader. And she still doesn't come to grips that it's him till she hits him with his lightsaber and breaks open his mask. And she's like, I can't leave you. And he goes, well, then you will die. And in that scene, yeah, it is heart-wrenching. Absolutely heart-wrenching. And I think they did a phenomenal job with those.
Yeah, I have not seen the scene, but it does sound like a good scene from that confrontation, which I can understand because I have my feelings and objections to Ahsoka, but that makes logical sense that they would meet up together and fight more so than what apparently they did in the Kenobi series, where Kenobi faces Vader. Which
okay,
to me,
I'm gonna be honest. Okay,
yeah.
That scene of Kenobi versus Vader, move Kenobi, put Ahsoka there. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Because Kenobi and Vader should never have met till the Death Star.
Camera, you're drunk. Go home.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of a weird camera shot there, but yeah, I mean, put Ahsoka there, then that would have been fine. But Ahsoka, apparently George wanted Ahsoka to die in Order 66, but Cowboy Man kept it around. So, but hey.
Okay, Rio. Just remember.
Yeah.
I know everybody thinks that Lucas is great and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, he had his
always
issues
remember that he was thinking about making Darth Maul the main villain in his Star Wars sequels.
Well, at that point,
okay, camera's drunk. It's done.
Well,
but I will hydrate.
See, at that point, why not? Because they brought him back.
I'm hydrating. Okay, camera went drunk.
Wow. What do you have in that hydrate?
I
Oh
don't know,
gosh,
but obviously some good shit to make the camera drunk.
I know. Yeah, the camera's got taken effect. Well, I think at that point, since they managed to resurrect him anyway, they opened the door for that.
I
But
will say this.
you know feelings on that whole line, man. I won't
I,
bother
I,
everybody again.
but I will say this: if you haven't seen the Clone Wars, um, I can see where a lot of your takes about him could be. But watching the Clone Wars
Mhm.
and watching the story of where he came from, how he became who he is, the the impact of how it drove him mad and his anger to keep him alive, and his brother finding him, for him and his brother to go up against Palpatine, and Palpatine basically handed him their asses, for him to go, okay, there's a better way to do this, and he takes over Mandalore and kills someone
Yeah.
someone so close to Obi-Wan you think he's gonna crack. Because I think it's either the episode before that, or it's either that episode, the episode right before it, or two before it. Obi-Wan's talking to Sabine, and you find out that they used to be in a relationship together. And he goes and he looks at her and goes, "If you would have asked me to left the Jedi Order to be with you, I would have."
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And again, I think it's these moments that give you that bigger impact when it comes to the fall of Anakin, because like there's no one to compare this. There's no one that can understand what he's going through in just the prequels or anything like that. But the Clone Wars flesh out the fact that, Obi-Wan struggled with a lot of the same stuff that Anakin struggled with. The differences is Anakin fell, Obi-Wan didn't. But there's that scene, man, when Maul kills Sabine right in front of, and you're just like, this is where Obi-Wan could have turned to the dark side real quick. And I cried. I cried so. Oh, look, camera's back. It's not drunk
Yay!
anymore.
It's not drunk. Yeah, it sobered up really quickly.
But oh my god, I paused and cried like a little bitch during that scene. I really did. And that says something about how well the characters were written for that show. It
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
does.
When you can with them, I mean, see, more of my relations are to the movies themselves and stuff like that than um, Clone Wars was a good show to but where I really
Don't
devoted it
start. Oh,
was the
don't
movies.
start with the movie. Don't watch the Star Wars Clone Wars movie.
No, agreed not. But like what I'm talking about is basically back to the original movies because I mean, you can't help but get a tear in your eye when when little Ewoks and Mama. I mean, it's like brutally sad. Like they brought a reality of war into something that was like, it's okay to see the stormtroopers get killed and stuff like that, but the little Mama Ewok and you know,
Well,
But I
I
tell
mean,
you,
Stormtrooper gets killed, no one gives a shit.
yeah,
And you
but
don't see them.
but
It's not like you get to see their face, but you see this Ewok trying to
yeah,
wake, and it's like, wake up.
yeah,
You got to move. We got to go. Shit.
yeah, yeah.
It's very impactful, and it it
Yeah.
it it says a lot.
Yeah. One of the other things that I thought was different towards the movies to talk about emotion is just that whole 20th Century Fox fanfare. Right that goes that da-da-da, and right up to the blue words on the screen, and then that first musical blast with the music hitting you. There's nothing like that sound hitting you, especially in a theater. You're like almost bawling because it's bringing back all these memories and stuff. So they do it by writing and with the music. Is she muted or is she?
No,
She's muted.
Is she?
She's muted.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Oh.
Hey, there you go.
I thought
Hey,
you
it's
was
not my fault.
No, it's not your fault. It's the kids screaming outside my window. But yeah, that bump, 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 Brrr, bum, bum. Da, 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 da. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, God said, "Let there be lips." Oh, I'm sorry. I went Rocky Horror Picture Show. My bad.
God said there be what?
You've never done the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay, so the Rocky Horror Picture Show is part of 20th Century Fox, so it gets this 20th Century fanfare. And the whole Rocky Horror Picture Show thing is this whole callback audience and
Right.
calling back the
I've
thing.
heard about that.
Okay, so when it first starts, the audience goes, "God said, let there be lips." And they were good. And of course, the Rocky Horror Picture Show starts off with a set of lips that comes up on the screen. Michael Rennie was ill the day the earth stood still, and he told us
Okay,
where we
lips.
stand on our feet. Yeah, lips.
Lips. Okay, I thought I heard something else, but lips. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, there you go. I gotcha.
Sorry, I went Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's
That's not
okay.
that special. We could talk about that cult classic on Halloween.
You need the missus for that show.
Oh my goodness! Oh.
Because let's do the time warp begin.
Yeah, I have no clue. I don't know. That movie scared me as a kid.
Sorry, I just.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely the missus for that one. I know nothing. What'd you do to Cassie?
I killed her.
Ah, okay. Well, it's just us.
I went Ewok and I killed her.
All right. Well, that's cool. Tastes like chicken. But we're all good.
Oh, I think I hear her. Look it back.
Sorry. I pushed a button.
You're fine.
Oh. Dang, buttons are powerful things.
Yeah, they are. Okay,
And your camera's drunk again.
Well, I turned it off.
No, Amanda's.
Oh, yeah. I see it's drinking.
Drunk camera. My bad.
Yeah. So.
Was it? Hold on, I'm trying to remember something.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I got to see Jedi on Saturday. I did it 10 o'clock in the morning. And, of course, before our stream Saturday night. But, God, it was so good to see it again in the theater. Back in 97 when they re-released them, all with the special editions, the missus and I, when it was before we had kids, we were able to see Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi all back to back to back in the theaters in the same afternoon. It was a wonderful experience. So, yes. And those are original, the original characters, and that's the original Kenner podium that you got. Except, of course, Han Solo is the Hoth Han Solo because something happened to my real Han Solo that I think somebody stole it from me. Damn it.
Wait a minute, you didn't get the toys. You just got this box that says you can order the toys. Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember? Oh my gosh.
Out of Montgomery Ward store. I mean, don't remember the box. Now, I kept the boxes, the cartons for a while. It was kind of cool with the placards, the plastic thing went on.
Yeah, so basically what happened was Kenner was actually unprepared. So for those of you who don't know, Kenner, which is a Cincinnati company, actually got the rights to the Star Wars franchise toys after Mego Corporation, who was originally the leading company in action figures in the 1970s, but they refused to offer and the license was picked up by Kenner, which is actually part of the General Mills Fund Group. Kenner was actually unprepared for the unprecedented response of the film. and the high demand for the toys, mainly due to George Lucas's unwillingness to provide character vehicle designs for fear his creations would be plagiarized by movie TV competitors. So they were unable to build sufficient stocks in time for a Christmas market. So they
Mm,
sold an early bird certificate package, which included a certificate which could be mailed to Kenner and redeemed
mhm.
for 4 Star Wars action figures, which were Luke, Leia, Chewbacca, and R2D2. The box also contained a diorama display stand, some stickers, and a Star Wars fan club membership card.
Oh, that's cool.
See. Da, ba, da, 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 da. I wonder if I could find a picture of it.
I'm sure you could.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I
I'm
got it.
looking. Yes, indeed, I'm looking. Yeah, but it's really, really cool with these guys. I mean, and it, like the Jawa, that foamy like thing that he's got over him, and of course, you know the tips on the lightsabers. Of course, Luke's was broken there, but those capes, those plastic capes, were just kind of so cool. They were not flowing or like leather, like cotton or material. Now it's just
Oh
that
no.
hard plastic. It's quite an interesting texture.
So did you get cool enough to get one of the double lightsabers? Or just the regular lightsabers with your Vader and Luke?
Just the single lightsabers.
Okay. You do know what I mean by double lightsaber, right?
No, actually, I don't. You're not talking about them all double bladed, are you?
Okay, so there are very few Darth Vaders and Luke Skywalkers where when you pushed out the lightsaber, it came out even a second time, and it was a double lightsaber, Luke and Darth Vader, which are very rare.
Yeah.
I actually have a double lightsaber Vader. I'm just not about to walk all the way to the dining room, open up the curio cabinet, and try to go get him out.
Oh,
Because
come on, Amanda.
right now he's fighting a Rancor. He's in the middle of something.
Where's your sense of adventure?
The fact that I have my display displayed.
I gotcha. Well, that cabinet back there has more stuff in it because you can see a celebration over the Star Wars. There's a poster from Celebration that we went to years ago with Yoda, and see to the left there's that Chewbacca. Well, that's that one of those big. You remember the big tall dolls that they issued? That's the plastic one.
Nice.
That's the Chewbacca. I mean, I didn't get the Han Solo and the Leia and all that, but my mom got me Chewbacca, and 50 years later now, the rubber band has stretched so much his arms are kind of droopy, and it's just laid. The arms lay down. They don't have the elasticity anymore, but it's still kind of cool to have it all together there.
What was your very first Star Wars toy?
What was my what?
Very first Star Wars toy.
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
I remember mine.
I can't remember, but I tell you what, my very first Christmas. I mean, it wasn't my first vehicle, but I remember my first Christmas got the Millennium Falcon.
What's an aluminum Falcon?
Aluminum Falcon. I know my parents. So it was a lot for them back then to spend them. But it was like awesome. That they did that for me. I think I had actually before that, but just the fact that they got something big. That's my first memory of actually having something and knowing when I got it.
My very first Star Wars figure was an original TIE fighter that my dad found in the garbage. After that, he got me a Rancor, and then we went to the flea market. Fizzy, come here. Then we went to the flea market, and I was able to get Leia, which I still have my Leia, the TIE fighter, and I have that Leia, but I don't have her jacket anymore. I have that R2, but the little blue thing broke out of his head, because these are toys that I played with. And I have that Chewbacca, and I have my Rancor and TIE pilot. And I have C-3PO. The rest of them I don't have, other than my double-bladed Darth Vader, but he's now in his own little. That's the other problem, is he's in his own little plastic thing. He's sealed. He ain't going anywhere. And he's signed by David Prowse, so he ain't going anywhere.
Nope. Keep that one.
But though, what was really cool growing up, I know my dad had the most exciting job for me as a kid. My dad was a garbage man.
Hmm.
And back in the days before, you saw all these, oh, well, if you kept your toys, you could have this much money. So now everybody keeps their shit or they want way too much money in a flea market for shit. Fuck off.
Right.
My dad would find, especially coming around Christmas, because it just seemed to be like this thing where like these parents went, time to clean out your room because Santa's coming. And what did my dad do? Here you go. Cool. Look at my Cobra Commander and my TIE Fighter. Because I think one of the best moves they did when it came to these toys is making them the size making them this size, because then later, like in the 80s when GI Joe came out, GI Joe took this idea of this size, and now my Star Wars characters can battle my GI Joes.
That's cool. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Pulling two franchises together. Damn, you were a collector. That is crazy. But yeah, two
Really? Am I a
universes.
collector, Dad? Am I? Let's
No,
see.
it's
There's some GI Joe. There's some Dragon Ball Z. Oh, there's some Ninja Turtles. My Little Pony. No, am I a collector? Do you think I'm a
Nah.
collector, Dad? Do you think so?
Oh my God! Wow! That's a face close up. Wow. Okay, just a little bit.
I got something for you.
All right.
Oh.
Oh wow!
You see what it says there?
The 501st Garrison,
Ohio
Garrison. Yep. Oh wow! Right. Wow. That is awesome.
The fact that this franchise has created a group of people that dress up as stormtroopers to do charity events. And it's not like, oh, I just bought this $5 car. They put money and time and effort and sweat and blood and tears and their souls into these things. Speaks volumes.
They do. Yep.
Speaks volumes.
And they're all for authenticity. I mean, it's not cheap. I mean, they go flat out.
It has to be authentic. It has to be approved.
I mean, nothing worse than, even as a kid, I hated to rip off Darth Vader there. It's like, that's not real. That's cheap looking, you know?
You can't join the 501st until your costume gets approved.
Right.
And it's authenticated to be looking like what it's supposed to look like.
Right. I mean, it makes a difference. It's a huge difference.
There are few people in this world, that get to be honorary members without a costume.
So you're naked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trust me, you can't get one of these unless you are one of them. Or you're with one of them.
Right. Well, that's cool. That's really neat. So, congratulations. You know, I was going to say this because you talk about what makes Star Wars unique, classic. All the years of celebrations, and Disney had Star Wars weekends. Part of the thing is meeting the actors. Now, this was Star Wars weekend because it was free. We didn't pay. There was only one actor that we paid for, and I can go into that in a minute. But at Star Wars weekend, we got Jeremy Bulloch.
The way you said that, we only paid for one actor. Like what? He's a hooker?
There's a story there, and I can share that with you in a minute. But like the great things of meeting the actors and stuff like that, like meeting Jeremy Bulloch. Everyone that we met with, celebrations or in Star Wars weekend were just classy, and especially getting to meet Jeremy Bulloch was just amazing. It's those memories that stick with you,
Oh, like when Cassie puts a hit out on you from the Mandalorians to get you hunted.
Yeah,
you spent half of the convention trying to hide from them.
Ah, well, there you go.
You bastards.
Well, see, like I said, the Star Wars weekends were free. The celebrations do the thing, and here there's another one where Slave One. We got his signature on it, but what you don't see here is we also were able to get Tamara Morrison and Daniel Logan's signatures. So this has been a big thing that's helped make it classic and make it special to stay like timeless, like you said. the fact that the actors, well, most of the actors, except for maybe one particular guy that hated his role, loved the fans, have always done stuff with the fans, and been involved, and that's something that really helped make it classic and meaningful over the years. So,
and it's more than just the way that the actors treat the fans and things like that. I know through recently in the years we've had a lot of differences between fans, and I think it's time that fans need to wake up and realize that it's okay if somebody likes this part of Star Wars or somebody likes that part of Star Wars. It's keeping Star Wars alive. And I think that that's something that's very important, and people need to realize that. Because I may not be a fan of the prequels, but I have a lot of prequel stuff in my house. And you want to know why?
What's that?
Because of the people I got to share it with. All of these amazing people.
Yeah.
I got to camp out with them. I got to watch these movies with them. And we signed these posters. And it was some of the best stuff of my life.
Absolutely.
Even the stray cat we found, we made him sign it. We did. We found a stray kitten and we named him Kenobi.
There you go.
And we adopted him on the spot.
That works.
It's these things that I think, like I said, make Star Wars timeless. It's everything. It's not just this movie or this series or this fan. It's everything as a whole. I mean, the fact that it's still, my whole system shuts down when I hear someone go, "I've never seen Star Wars," and I'm like,
right, can't function.
It's like, what? What do you mean you haven't seen Star Wars? Does not compute.
Does not compute. No, I agree with you. It does not compute.
And that's okay too. Just understand that there are some of us are major fanatics, so don't tell me that I'm not allowed to take a day off of work just so I can celebrate one of my favorite movies of all time.
Like you said about people that you're hanging around with, one of the greatest of all time I've had was the missus. The kids were real small. My mother-in-law went with us, and she stayed with the kids all day, the next day. Well, we got up and got in line at 2:30 in the morning so we could try to get in the main auditorium to actually see George Lucas on stage. And I think Carrie Fisher showed up that day too, which was an added bonus.
Bless her demented little heart.
Yeah, but you know what? But the missus sitting there sleeping on the concrete and then on the floor in the convention center. It was just like she was a trooper to do it, and we just had those memories hanging out together and doing.
I'm gonna
have
to teach Mrs. that she needs to learn to always take a sleeping bag with her.
Mrs. Tough, she'll sleep. She can get comfortable. It doesn't matter on that concrete. Then I'm like, yeah, I'll stay up and protect you, and then I'm like trying to fight off nodding off the whole time.
I don't know if this is going to work. We're gonna see. Can you read the very first? Can you read that right there?
Nope.
Amanda Gilliam gazed at a cloudless sky and pondered her upcoming visit to a distant galaxy. Where's Amanda Gilliam? I see the name, but I didn't see the picture of you.
There's no. They just
got some guy in the aisle.
The actual. So this is the full page, and they just got like everybody in the picture, and then some dude buying the toys, and then like some dude was like, "You're a girl, come here."
Gosh. Hey, Liam.
Hey, Liam. Yeah.
That's too funny.
But tell me, that's not one of the coolest things.
That is cool. Well, our kids went one of the Star Wars weekends we went to down in Orlando. we got there on the first weekend, and we were there really early, like 7 o'clock in the morning, or if not earlier, because they were starting to get more crowded, and the tickets to see the actors went much quicker. Well, we were about 10 and 9 or something, and they come up. Would y'all like to be on TV? I'm like, sure. So not only the kids both got face painted. Aang was Yoda. Ninja was Ayla Sakura, but we all got interviewed on the local Fox affiliate as a family, and then they asked the missus, "Why are you here?" To support my husband. But the Ninja, I tell you what, that kid must have been 5 or 6. She went on a national show. I wish I could have gotten video of that, because she was sitting in the chair with some 6 foot tall guy, big heavy guy. He's interviewing her, and she's going toe to toe with him about Star Wars, and all I could see was watch
see
it.
where this was?
No, I can't see. Panama City?
I was in Florida.
Yay!
You could have come seen Star Wars with me.
I know. Well, I didn't know.
Dishonor, 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 dishonor.
Well, hey, you can call me. You could have called me. I'd have been over there.
Because I totally knew you in 2002.
Yep, exactly. But in all seriousness, that you got a media moment there, like our situation was kind of things, and those are cool things to happen. Exactly. Your picture wasn't there, but your name is.
But so this makes something timeless for me.
Mm-hmm.
But there's, how many people else? There's a document. I actually have a documentary on DVD of people camping out for Star Wars.
Yeah.
You see Star Wars references so many things. Hell, one of my favorite movies is called Fanboys. Have you seen that?
I've heard of it, but I've not watched
it. It is so good. It's about people like you and I.
Mm-hmm.
And the new Star Wars Episode 1's coming out, and they're so excited to see it. And so they break into Lucas Range to get a copy of Episode 1. And on their way there, they're like, "Well, what if it's not as good as the originals?" And they're like, "Shut up." And they get busted, and Ray Park is there as one of the security guys, and he's dressed in the THX 1138 costumes from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And George Lucas goes, "Okay, the guy who's going to die can watch the movie. The rest of you don't get to watch it." But it's so well done. There's so many damn references. Like, they get high on peyote, and he's like, "There's an Ewok humping your leg. There's an Ewok humping your leg." And we all remember the Ewok humping on Solo's leg.
Oh, gosh. That's crazy.
Just because not everybody gets the same experiences, one of the things that makes this so timeless is that for those who truly love Star Wars, they're always going to be able to express it. They're always going to have a moment in time that was theirs, whether it was their own personal moment in time or a moment in time with your friends, or the moment in time when your dad got you a Rancor out of the trash can, or the first time you heard that lightsaber, or the 20th Century Fox Fair, or the first time Cassie goes, "Oh my gosh, she stopped talking about it for 5 minutes." But like for Cassie, like she said, she's a fan of The Mandalorian, and the first 2 seasons were fantastic. This one, hopefully Ahsoka will start taking away some of the pressure off of The Mandalorian so he doesn't have to do too much. We can just get back to The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah. That'd be great. Because the only thing that saved this series was Grogu being a kid.
Mm. Yeah, I've heard mostly not really a good 3rd season. This first 2 were better, but
the first 2 were great. I'm not saying that this was complete shite like a lot of people are saying. I'm thinking, I think what happened with this season is because they're building the Ahsoka and they had to get rid of the Book of Boba Fett. They used this season to clean everything up, to get ready to do the branch off into Ahsoka and then take Mandalorian back to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't even understand. I mean, I did not watch it, but from what I heard and stuff, it's almost like, why do you even do Book of Boba Fett? I mean,
hi, Mrs.
Oh, hey.
So we could have that episode 6 where Mando goes and you get to see Luke and Ahsoka together and they're talking and she tells Luke that he's just like his father and you're just like, ah! That scene? Dude, okay, I know you don't like Ahsoka, but knowing who Ahsoka is, and then she's there with Luke, and he's training Grogu, and then he's like talking to Ahsoka going, I'm not quite sure how I'm doing with this training, and she looks at him and goes, you're so much like your father, you're just like,
Oh my gosh. Was that English?
I'm not sure.
I know. Hey, that's okay.
But you know what I'm saying.
No, I know. I know. Things like that.
I know Cassie knows what I'm saying because she's had to deal with this for like over 10 years of me just coming up with words.
But it's the passion of it. It's the scene that hits you. You know, it made the connection. You know,
or the scene where he sits down with Grogu and he's like, "Okay, look, I'm gonna let you choose your path. You can follow the path of the Jedi," and he pulls out Yoda's lightsaber, and he's like, "This is what my master Yoda's was, and it could be yours, or you can follow the chain bell and become a Mandalorian."
There you go.
And the look of Grogu's eyes when he lights up the lightsaber, he's like, "Holy shit, dude, yeah." I'm just like,
I will say that you know my feeling on all the new stuff and all that. I'm not going to poo-poo things and all that stuff, but I will tell you that even is better than the Luke Skywalker appearance at the end of season 2 is too obvious. What was a dream come true that kind of got me kind of emotional was in the first episode where you saw the IG droid actually fighting. Because that was a dream come true because I loved that droid, but all it was a static figure in Empire. It did nothing. But to see how they could actually make an IG droid fearsome and dominating and like actually scary, you know?
I'll be honest, when I first saw him, I was like, it's IG-88. Yes! And then it wasn't him. But it was still an IG unit.
So. Right, it's an IG unit. But the thing was, you know, you think, oh, slow robot. But no, my God, the rockets everywhere, the jetpack, and just everything.
I must blow myself up. No, stop trying to disintegrate yourself, you son of a bitch. Knock it off. Stop it.
Disintegrate the other guy, not yourself.
Which really, if you haven't seen season 3 yet, because I know you don't care. You know, you'll watch it if you watch it. If you don't, you don't. They make him a little statue, an honorary statue in the new town because of what he did of saving Grogu.
That's awesome, but I'll never be able to look at them the same now, knowing that in the cantina they're IG heads. Oh gosh.
Oh well, here I got another one for you. Empire Strikes Back. They're in the snow speeders. Their straps have bubble wrap on them.
Oh wow! I have to look at that next time I watch it. Yeah, because I'm probably going to talk to Empire myself in a couple weeks. So yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the movie again.
And if you don't think that Star Wars is impactful, remember, for the 50th Academy Awards, John Williams lost to himself for the score. He was nominated for the score of Close Encounters of the Third Kind and lost to himself for the score of Star Wars.
All he needed was Jaws in the same year or something else. He'd have been all 4 nominees. That, I mean, God, I mean, I
just want to know, like, did he look at himself in the mirror and he goes, "Congratulations, well, thank you. Congratulations to your nomination. Well, congratulations to your win. Why, thank you. Well, thank you."
God. Brings back memories of that Spider-Man meme.
Like, that is one of the greatest facts that will never leave me, because I'm a huge fan of Close Encounters of the Third Kind too, and I think that the music in that is fucking phenomenal. Yeah. And to find out that John Williams got nominated for that and Star Wars the same year and lost to himself is the greatest thing in the world. How godlike are you to lose to yourself? Even God can't do that. You are beyond God, John Williams. Congratulations.
That's too funny. It's too funny how that happens. I mean, I wonder how many times that's happened in history.
I don't think it has.
Probably very, very rarely. And if anything, yeah, he probably, if it was ever done before or after, is probably him again.
Think about it. Jaws, Jurassic Park, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., Star Wars, Harry Potter.
Yep.
I mean, the guy touches a movie and it spits out golden soundtrack.
Yeah. That is really, really.
It'd be like,
it does. It's just like seamless. It's effortless for him.
So Mr. Williams, what movie are you going to be composing this time? Jurassic Park, instant win.
Yes.
I know people who go to see movies just because it's his music. He's amazing. But on that note, because we could keep talking about Star Wars. We got all week to talk about Star Wars. Hell, we technically could have all month because, I mean, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
But in your opinion, is Star Wars timeless? Yes or no?
Of course. It's a literal religion.
Actually, yeah, that is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
There is the Church of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's true. Yep.
You can go to take classes in Jedi training in certain universities.
Colleges. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not going anywhere.
So.
Yeah. And I agree. It is timeless. I mean, it could have died in the 90s, and and actually I think it did for a bit, but then the expanded universe helped keep the interest going between the years, and then and then the re-releases, and finally made the prequels, and from then on it's generational, because like my kids got exposed to it, and and it just keeps passing it down. I had the experience from my grandparents, then I got to pass it down to my kids. It was really, really cool.
And my family, we used to gather together. And when I say my family, in case you're new to this channel, when I say my family went on vacation, or my family went to the amusement park, or my family watched a movie, my family, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my grandparents, we would go to my granny's house, and we would all get together, and we'd watch all 3 Star Wars movies back to back to back on VHS. My family just screaming at the top of their lungs, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, it was a period of war. Okay, got it. Cool. I hear. I didn't need surround sound. There was no such thing as surround sound. I didn't need it. My family's loud enough as it is anyway. Thank God I'm quiet.
Yeah.
But
yes, you are quiet.
Yeah, like a fucking grenade going off.
You're too funny.
But Star Wars is timeless, and it's not something that you may not know, you may not have seen it, but you've heard it. You may never have even seen the characters, but I bet you know who Darth Vader is. It's impacted every person's life, whether they've realized it or not. From being the kid walking into the grocery store and doing this with the door, and then still being 44 years old walking into a Walmart and doing this with the door.
Yeah.
Admit it, y'all have done it.
Yep.
Admit it, I think I did it last week.
Oh, I made TIE fighters out of my grandma's shop's little curlers, the sticky curlers in the 70s. I made TIE fighters out of them. It's hilarious. So yeah, you do everything.
And the thing that makes it timeless is not the fanatics, but just the fans, the people who appreciate what they like of Star Wars. And the thing is, Star Wars will not die. No matter who owns it, what they do, what they try to change, or what direction it goes in, Star Wars itself will never die. There are plenty of different roads to take with Star Wars. From the Disney sequels to the expanded universe, go have your own fanfic. Be your own Jedi in your own Star Wars universe. Have your own fanfic.
Mm-hmm.
There's countless of comics, countless of books out there. And for a galaxy that's far, far away, it's not that far, far away from our hearts. And we will continue to talk about it and praise the music and yell at Lucas for trying to get Han Solo to be a good guy. He's a scummy pirate. Let him be a pirate. Just, I swear to God, if you put another song and dance scene in any fucking movie, George Lucas, I swear to God, I will beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, we didn't need that. I mean, it really busted up the flow of that movie. It doesn't even fit. It gave it like a comedic, like a cartoon, like somebody said, Muppets. It was like it did not need a Broadway number in the middle of a serious movie. I mean, it still had humor in it, but it was like it just was awkward.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. We're at Jabba's Palace. It's ladies' night. It's only a $2 cover charge. Come on in. I win. Give me my Oscar for that one.
You did awesome on that one. That was so cool.
But yeah, I think we've proven that Star Wars is timeless because no matter where your introduction was, whether it's cartoons, movies, toys, waiting for the toys because all you got was this little voucher at Christmas because Sketter was like, holy shit, what the fuck did you do? To Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Clone Wars, Rebels, The Force Awakens. Hell, maybe it was, okay, of all the Star Wars movies, how the hell did I forget? Rogue One. Maybe Rogue One was your introduction. My sister, who grew up with Star Wars, she grew up prequel Star Wars. Her favorite Star Wars movie is Rogue One. Bye, Cassie.
Bye, Cassie.
But she appreciates the originals. She loves the prequels, but that's what she grew up on. Just like the kids that are introduced to Rey. I know a lot of girls who really like Rey, and I'm glad that there's a character out there for them. It brings them to Star Wars. And here's the thing. Once someone's introduced to Star Wars, 1 out of every 5 of them turns into someone like me. I have the Encyclopedia Britannica. I have 5 freaking lightsabers, and I could have retired at the age of 35 if I didn't give George Lucas all of my money. The only difference is now I had this many lightsabers and this many things, and I could have retired by the age of 35 if I didn't give all my money to Disney. That's the difference. Me, I could have retired at 35 if I didn't get all my money to Lucas. The next generation, it'll be they could have retired at 35 if they didn't give all their money to Disney. The only difference. Because look what Disney did. Do you see what Disney did? Do you see what Disney keeps making me buy right there?
Yep. Separating it from your money. But that's good capitalism right there.
So I could have retired at 35, but I gave all my money to Lucas. Now I could have retired at 65, but I'm going to be 185 still working because I'm giving the rest of my money to Disney. For this. You're so cute.
Yes.
So on that note, do you have anything else you want to say, Dadman, before we go?
Not really about the movies. I agree with it. It's timeless. It stood the test of time, and even old people like me can find things that still have memories and enjoy from it, and even every once in a while some of the new stuff's pretty good. But and there's stuff for new people. And that's what makes it timeless. Is it'll never go away. You still have whatever it is, and so I agree with you. Thanks for having me on, though.
Oh, my pleasure. Cassie, anything else you want to add?
Can I work on a water farm?
Booting up. What did you say? Sorry.
I want to work on a water farm.
You want to work on a water farm.
A moisture farm.
Moisture farm, that's it.
Oh, a moisture
My
farm.
fault.
Like a water. What the?
Yeah. See, Dad's got me. He's got me. Dad's got me.
There you go. Absolutely.
Someone get her some blue milk so her brain starts working.
Yep.
I don't think that'll help.
And of course, as always, I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope that you enjoyed the Star Wars conversation. If you watch this on YouTube, leave your thoughts. What was your first encounter with Star Wars? What was your first Star Wars toy? What's your favorite movie? Tell me down in the comments below if you watch this over on YouTube. And of course, if you want to check out my buddy Dadman Walking, he's everywhere with that name right there, Dadman Walking 55. Can't miss him. He's a banana.
Yes, exactly. Hey, and by the way, we're also going to do some stuff this week, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
On the 4th.
So on May 4th, for May the 4th be with you, Dadman and I will be actually playing Star Wars Battlefront, where we're going to try to tease Dadman not to jetpack into the lava.
Yep.
Or off a cliff. Or take all the hearts. Oh my God, we're going to be there for hours.
Yes, exactly. Hey, that's where we had the fun of it.
And then I'm thinking around 8 o'clock. That way we can have the dong, because he has to work. We will be doing, and Cassie, you're more than welcome to join us if you're available. We're going to be playing, we're going to call it Beep, because droids beep, because the F word is a little harsh for something that's supposed to be for everybody. But if you know it, it's called Beep, Kill, or Marry. But there's gonna be a little twist. And of course, beeping means we're going to beep them.
Fornicate.
Yes, fornicate, but we're going to say
fornicating.
Fornicate.
Yeah. But there's going to be a little twist. Normally, you get to see all three characters and you pick your three. Well, I've been randomly just pulling names up. I've just been having them in a spinning wheel. 3 names come up. I put them in a list.
Yep. All right. That's cool.
There will be 2 that you will be able to see. 1 will be hidden.
Oh, you're going all out on this one.
And we will all take our turns to say if we're going to beep them, we're going to marry them, or if we're going to go ahead and kill them. But once you've chosen the 2, which one you're going to do, you have no choice but to take that 3rd option when it gets revealed.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Decisions.
And who knows, depending on how the week goes, maybe for Revenge of the 5th, I can get everybody together. I know Cassie will be out of town, so she will not be available. But then again, but if she's available Thursday, and you can tell Candace if she wants to join, she can too. We'll do it at 8 o'clock on Thursday. For the Beep, Kill, or Marry. Maybe we could do some Star Wars trivia. We'll see how well some people know their Star Wars.
All right. And what time are we going to do Battlefront?
Between morning and before 8.
Okay. I'll get
See
home
how I
6.
narrowed that?
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I haven't decided yet what time is because I'm going to need a little bit of time. I'll make the thumbnail and everything, but I'll put everything except for the time that we're going to go, because Mom asked that I'm off on Thursday if I could take her grocery shopping in the morning. So I want to wait till I at least get back from grocery shopping before I could plan a time so I could sit down with you, see what time you're up, up, eat, and stuff like that. So we won't have a time until Thursday.
That works for me. It'll have to be in the afternoon. I might even be able to take an hour off if I need to. So we'll work that out. But hey, looking forward to it.
All right. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out Dadman Wonky 55, who will be going live here in a little bit to play some Fortnite because of the Star Wars stuff that's dropped.
Yes, and you're going to be joining us for a few minutes. Sounds like we got a party already over there.
He's kidnapped my puppy, and I have to go.
Yeah.
But he's on Twitch, he's on YouTube, he's on Twitter at Dadman Wonky 55. You can catch Cassie at any of the conventions doing all of my work for me, so I can run around and get pictures.
Yay.
She's my secretary. She is me when I'm not me. Is that right? Cassie, is that right? Oh, she didn't answer, so it has to be right. I'm right.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
And of course, if you want some more AGP... Huh, Cassie?
Oh, I was answering. Interesting. I don't know what my phone's doing. Sorry, go on.
So was I right? You are me when I'm not me because I'm not there.
No,
so you
that
have
is
to
not
be me.
right. That is not right at all.
Yes, it is.
I don't have nearly that amount of energy.
Yes.
That's not a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing.
Yeah, but you're prettier and taller than me, so I want you to be me when I'm not me.
Oh, okay. Wow,
I mean,
what can I say to that?
I,
Thank you.
I think it'd be funny if someday we actually get to the point where like people are like, "Oh my God, AGP is gonna be at this show," and like they show up at the table and they're like, "Hi, are you Amanda?" And you're just like,
I'm like, yes, I am.
"Yes, I am."
You damn straight I am.
Well, I'm over there going, "I need your picture. I need your picture. I need your picture." Hey, watch me do something stupid because I do that a lot. But guys, don't forget we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, and of course over on YouTube. And at the week of June 11th, we'll be at we'll be in Houston Woods for the Hannah's Camp America, which you can check them out at geekout.com for that convention. And then July 22nd to 23rd, we'll be at the Dayton Convention Center in Dayton, Ohio for the Gem City Comic Con. Both shows we're gonna have tables there. Both shows we're gonna be hanging out, meeting, greeting, talking, and doing panels and stuff. So come out, say hi, and have yourself a good time. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I got to pee because I feel like I drank way too much blue milk all of a sudden.
Oh, no.
And we'll see you all on the next one. May the force be with you.
'Cause I
Always.
won't. Bye.
And also with you. Oh,
Yes.
wait.
And with you.